that might interest you. I will leave the timestamp in the description for you to skip the old bits. My entitled family wants to take my house and give it to my brother, even though they kicked me out of their home, because they had no space for me. I'll warn everyone here that this is going to be very long, so long that I'm splitting it into 2 posts, and including a talder for each. I also really don't care who believes this. It's just so crazy that I don't blame anyone who calls BS. I won't argue about it. But this happened to me. I also really don't care if anyone in my family sees this. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. But I'm also not going to reveal any details that include anyone into who I am that doesn't already know me. I'm a single man in my early 30s. I've got a brother who's 29, and he's already got 4 kids now. He had his first at 22, and the second followed a year later, then the third 2 years after that. And the fourth is the most recently born a couple months ago, his wife, my S. And I do not get along, as she always likes to try and get a rise out of me by acting superior, then turns into an extreme self-victimizing drama queen. If I retaliated against her in any way, she can cry in an instant and can put on an extremely convincing show to get sympathy from just about anyone. My parents and brother absolutely adore her, even though they know exactly how she really is and just don't care. She's very good looking. I'll give her that, but she's so awful that I could never be attracted to her. She also refuses to get any sort of job, even though she has a college degree. And my mother willingly helps with the kids all day, so their finances are entirely dependent on my brother. This also means they can't afford to live anywhere. But my parents' house and privacy is a bit of an issue with all of them under one roof in a 3-bedroom house that was built in the 60s. Growing up, my younger brother was also the obvious favorite. We're 3 years apart in age, but he developed a superiority complex because I was badly punished if I retaliated against his antics. In any way, back then it was obvious my parents cared for him a lot more because he got the lion's share of everything, unless people called him out on it, which did happen a fair bit by other members of family, which is why my parents packed us all up and moved us about 150 miles away from them. So they generally would only see us on holidays. Since it was a 3-hour drive, my brother got physically abusive towards me on a number of occasions, flirted relentlessly with my first girlfriend to the point she broke up with me, and laughed at any misfortune I had. And my parents just told me to suck it up. Whenever I was upset about it, I only got equal treatment. When my parents wanted to keep up appearances, I admit, it was rather funny to see the looks on their faces whenever they had to treat me equal to my brother on birthday.